Hello everyone, it's Michael Cheek again, Mike's Guitar Lessons, and this is the second video for The Pretender by the Foo Fighters. Now this video actually is going to have the intro in it. The first video I made was the rhythm part, just because that's what I wanted to put out there first, but this part that we're going to learn here actually comes before that. So this is the very first thing that happens in the song, so I want to play that on the computer for you real fast so you know which part I'm talking about. So here's the intro right here. Okay, hopefully you heard that. Hopefully it wasn't too quiet, but I just got through learning this song, so I think I can teach it pretty good now. But basically what it's going to look like when you play it, and I'll play it slow here so I don't make mistakes, but what it's going to look like is this. Or sorry. And then you're going to start it over. So that's what we're going to learn in this lesson. Now, it ought to make a pretty good size lesson. So what we need to do first is just talk about the sound, I guess. Actually, you don't want a whole lot of distortion on here. I have just a little bit of distortion. About half the I have my reverb knob up about halfway on my amp, and that's about it. So now we need to learn this chord that we're going to use to play the song. It's kind of a different one. You probably won't see it again in another song. So we're not going to worry about calling it anything. We're just going to hold this chord down. I'll tell you what fingers to use, okay? So here's what you want to do. Your first finger is going to go on the E string. That's the bottom string here, skinniest one, in the 7th fret. Okay, so first finger in the 7th fret playing this note. Okay? Now the B string is going to be played with your pinky. Now this is kind of a stretch. So it's actually a good one if you're not used to stretching out very much. So put your pinky in the 10th fret of the B string, playing this note. Okay? Now you're going to take your middle finger, and on the next string, the G string, you're going to put your middle finger on the 9th fret, where that dot is, of the G string. Okay, that's the 3rd string from the bottom. So we've got 7, 10, 9. Now, lastly, our 3rd finger is going to play the 10th fret on the D string. Okay? So it's starting from the skinniest string going up. It's 7th fret, 10th fret, 9th fret, 10th fret, and we actually also have an open on the A string too. So that's our chord. Now, get used to holding that down, and we're going to use a pick here. You could use your fingers, but you're going to get a better sound for this song with your pick. Okay, so we're going to start with the A string that's open. Okay, so you're going to play that string first. Actually, what you're going to do to make it easy on you is you're just going to go up the strings. When I say up, I mean through the skinnier strings, because those are the higher notes. So you're going to go A string, D string, G string, B string, E string, then back the other direction, B string, G string, D string. Okay, so it's a good part about this song is you don't have to let up this chord much at all. Really, these fingers stay the same, and this is the only finger that changes for this intro part. So one more time. I guess that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 notes long so far that we've gotten. Okay, now after you do that, then you're going to play the A string again, but now you're going to pick your first finger up and you're going to play 7th fret on the E string. So you've got to stretch back here. So you went from 7th fret on the skinny E string to 7th fret on the thick E string. Okay? So you go open on the A, then 7th fret on the E, and then you're going to strum these 3 strings, the D string, G string, and B string. If you don't know the names of the strings, make sure you learn them, but for now that's the 2nd string, the 3rd string, and the 4th string from the bottom. Okay? So let me go up to this point right now, just in case you're confused. I'm going to play it very slowly. Okay? Again, I was strumming the D string, the G string, and the B string. Okay? And now after we play that, we're going to move our first finger up to the E string in the 8th fret. We were already on the E string, but now we're going to the 8th fret, and we pluck that note. And then we strum the D, G, and B string again. Okay, so next we play open on the A string. This is the 5th string from the bottom. And then it's kind of tough to get your finger up there, but you want to put your first finger in the 9th fret right there. This fret right there. Okay, get as far up here as you can. It's kind of tough though with your hand position, but you don't want to pick these fingers up. And you play that note. Okay, so you play that 9th fret on the A string. So let's play up to this point again. Okay, that's where we are right now. After you play that bass note right there, you wait just a second, you kind of pause for a second, and then you play the D string, the G string, and the B string one after another. So D string, G string, B string. Then you go back to this note here. What you're going to do though is pluck that string and push that string up. You're going to bend that note just a little bit. Okay? You can see that. When you're at the top of the bend, pluck the string again so it comes back down. Okay, so after you play that note twice like that, then you're going to go down to the 8th fret and pluck it again. And we have a little bit left, but let's go to that point right there. Hopefully you can see this well at this angle. Okay, that's where we are right now. After you've played that note, then you're going to play the D string, then the G string, then the B string, and then the skinny E string. It's open now, so it's going to have that open note. And then back to the B string, back to the G string, back to the D string. Okay, so that's the entire that's the entire riff for the intro. You're going to repeat it several times. This is actually repeated during the song too. So when they also include some other stringed instruments in the song. So we're kind of taking on those parts too when they come in later in the song. But right now it's pretty much just guitar. You're hearing all guitar at the beginning when it's the intro. So let me play through the whole thing one time. I'm going to go through it slowly so you can keep up, okay? So here we go. Okay, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Once you get done with this one, there are other videos for this song, so practice this hard. I would consider this the hardest part of the song, so if you can get this part down, you're home free.